specifically did not want to say the owner of the Mavericks, Mark Cuban, because I think what Mark does is much more important than just being the owner of the Mavericks. I get great entertainment value, a lot of us do, from going to Maverick games. That's just a piece of who Mark Cuban is and what he does to make our community better. That's what this is about, making the community better. So thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you do. Next time you decide not to run for president, could we have another conversation about that, please? And also, have you heard about the Nerf ball laundry hamper basketball games in the Cowboys locker room? You have not. You're going to want, before you leave here today, to visit with the young man I'm about to introduce. There may be a hidden gem in there for you somewhere. Barry Greenberg had me at After School All-Stars. But had he not told me about the After School All-Stars, he would have had me at Dak Prescott. Let me tell you why. I have been beyond blessed. This will be my 39th year broadcasting Cowboy games. I haven't known every quarterback they've ever had. I've only known most of them. Here's what you need to know about Dak Prescott. Here's why Barry Greenberg had me at Dak Prescott. Rain Dakota Prescott, that's your name. I know. He is who you want him to be. He's who you want him to be. I don't know what he's going to be as a quarterback. I think he's going to be pretty good. He's already pretty good. He had one good year. I think he's going to have a tremendous career. Peripherally, what you want him to be is a really good quarterback for the Cowboys. But when you're the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and you're pretty good, you then have to be more than that. And he is. Like two other guys before him, under whose shadow he played because of their accomplishments. More than two, but two in specific. You want those guys to be who you want them to be. Watch Dirk run up and down the floor, and you say, please let him be that good as a human being. And then you find out he is. Dak Prescott is who you want him to be. And he's only getting started. He's a remarkable young man. Here's another example of how I know. Joanna, I'm going to ask you to come back up here a minute. While you were watching Joanna, I was seated with my back to the podium. Not intentionally, just how it worked out. I was watching Dak. Watch Joanna. Come on. And here's why Dak Prescott is who you want him to be. Hi. Sorry, not sorry. Here's why Dak Prescott's who you want him to be. He listens. When you talk to him, he listens. He cares about what you say. He was listening to Joanna. He was nodding at points of affirmation that resonated with him, which you're going to hear about in a minute. And the reason I asked you to come back up here is that, although I've only known him a year, I think I know him well enough now to know that he wants his picture with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dak Prescott. So we're going to talk for a minute, and depending how long his answers is, because I'm going to do my very best to go out of character and ask shorter questions. And hopefully we'll have some time for you to ask some questions of Dak also. So before we talk football, which you know everybody wants to talk, let's talk a little bit about this program and some of the things. I saw you nodding at Joanna's story. There were some things, obviously, that resonated with you. Tell these people a little bit, if you don't mind, about who were your role models as a kid, when you were the age of the kids who, after school all-stars, are helping. What kind of impact did those folks have on your life today?
Yeah, so I mean, I think my brothers and my mother most and foremost. So to me, the thing that resonates with me with the after-school program is the time. Some of us, a lot of us don't come home to parents and don't come home to people, because my mom was always at work. But I had brothers, I had two older brothers, they're 5 or 6 years older than me. That's who I had to look up to watch after me. But it was still time. It was time that you think I'm 10, they're 15 or whatever they are. Yeah, they're 15 or whatever they may be. Is that, yeah, they're good ages, but we still need something to do with our time, something to better ourselves rather than just the sports, than just the video games, just something to get us by until mom gets home and can cook for us, because you get tired of ramen noodles every now and then, things like that. But I just say, yeah, definitely my brothers, my mom, and the thing is, as I just said, it resonates with me so much. It's because there's so many bad things and wrong decisions you can make from 10 to 15 in that time. But with a program like this that is putting the kids in a position to get extra hours in of studying, of taking up new tasks, of making new friends, of coming out of their shells, doing something that makes you a better person and more interesting within yourself. It's something special to me.
So what kinds of things did you do? These people who were good influences on you, what kinds of activities did they guide you toward?
Football. In my case, it was just a bunch of sports. I mean, mom went home, get home, my brothers were there, we get off the bus probably about the same time. It was basketball season, pick up a basketball, football season, get to football. So it was a lot of that stuff, but it wasn't enough, as I say, education and things like that could have helped me. And I say that to my brother's aspects as well, as I kind of was able, because I was younger, to learn from their mistakes. And so with them being that age of not having that role model for them to be home and put them in a position to study their homework and to do the right things, they weren't able to go to the college that they wanted to go to, or weren't able to finish high school at the times that they had planned. Where I was able, I was different because I could watch them and learn from them. I think that's what I was like at football. You know?
Probably not in the moment then, but in retrospect, as you look back, what kinds of things might you have gotten into if you didn't have that guidance?
Oh man, no telling, honestly. The things I would have gotten into. Not coming from a great neighborhood, I guess you could say. I grew up in a mobile home, a trailer park, and kind of in the country. So there was nothing really to do but sports and athletes, honestly. And I saw a bunch of it growing up. I definitely did see that. As I said, though, I mean, I saw people within my family, within my group, within my community do those things. And I think, as I just said, though, I was fortunate enough where a lot of people aren't. To have the right people in front of me to tell me that's not the right thing to do, where not everyone does. My brothers maybe say they had something else to do and I was home and I got around all those certain things, and maybe I've been caught up right in there again, as a lot of people are. So I'm very, very fortunate.
You got to get some water in just a minute, but you just keep talking. What? I just dared these people to reach into their wallet. You talk directly to them for a minute. Why do you think it's important? Thank you very much. Why do you think it's important for them to, yes, I'll drink both of them. Thank you. Why do you think it's important? Yeah, okay. I thought I'd learned from Eggman that it's not all about me. Because usually it's all about Troy. So. Yeah, tell him I said. Why should they make a specific, intentional commitment to help after school all-stars?
Yeah, as I just said, I mean, I'm one of the few fortunate that has those people, that has those brothers who are 5 or 6 years older than me to lead me in the right direction. But there's not many situations like mine where they have that case, or where maybe their brothers aren't leading them in the right direction. And these programs, the After School All-Stars, is something that allows them to pull, to go to and get these kids and allow them to do something better with their time. As I said, that's just the most that's just the important thing to me is the time. It's just that's a huge aspect of your life. I mean, you're done with school. All of us, we love school, but when you're done with school, you just kind of want to let go. And adults, we're done with work, we just kind of want to let go. And so that's the whole deal, is from the time to let go until the time that you need to get your time or whatever it is back together before work or school the next day, is what are you doing with it? Are you doing something that makes you better? And I think that After School's All-Stars, with everything that they said, education is huge to me. And I had to learn that as I got older, but just all the different things that they did in that. As Jordan said, she was good at school, but now she's even better at school. She even loves school more. There's kids that aren't good at school, but After School All-Stars is going to allow them to be good at school. Allows them to do the sports, to pick up new technology. I was looking at, I'd probably go in there and start doing the robotic things. I saw that and it looked pretty interesting. But it's just so many, I guess you can say, programs that it allows you to do it, to take your time and use it for a positive way to make you better, and make your community better in the future.
So let's give these folks an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. We'll talk about the Cowboy fans. That was a little tepid for a team that won 13 games. Right? Should we ask again? I think the problem was that when I met the audio technician, Aaron, who mic'd us both, he made it very clear to me very quickly that he's a Houston Texans fan. So I thought maybe the problem was with the audio. So now when you are done with your work day, what do you do to let loose?
When I'm done with my work day, I'm a big video gamer. So right now, I mean, if I'm not doing something great like this, we had an updated day, so it allowed me the time to come in. But if I'm not doing something similar to these events that mean well for the community, probably playing video games, hanging out with a couple of buddies, maybe trying to find a pond to go fishing. But fishing, video games. I've been trying to golf here lately, trying to golf. So I'm picking it up, but it's very frustrating.
What do you fish for?
I'll fish for anything. I mean, if there are fish in the sink, I'm going to try to catch them. For whatever I can.
And from your response earlier, I gather you won't turn down playing poker with Arnold Schwarzenegger either.
Oh, no, I mean, I won't turn that down.
Okay. Anybody here wants to play that pass? You're a competitor. Okay. So you said before, when I asked you what did you get exposed to, what did you do after school, and you right away said football. What was it about football? How did you know you were hooked? How did you know that you were good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, since I've been, or as long as I can remember, it's always been football. As I said, my brothers were 5 and 6 years older than me, so I was going to their Little League games and stuff like that all the way back in my memory. But I guess I knew I was good my first practice. I didn't play football for the team until I was in 3rd grade, so I was 8 years old. I skipped the whole flag football. I was ready just to tackle after playing my brothers. So I went to practice, and I was kind of ahead of everybody, but I was going from tackling my brothers who were 5 and 6 years older than me. We never took it easy on them. If it was tackle, they were going to tackle me, and I had to find a way to tackle them. I mean, drag me for 10 yards, and I'd be trying to crisscross their legs and do something to get them down. But when I started playing people my age, it was a little bit different.
There's nothing in that answer about playing quarterback. When did that start?
Yeah, that didn't start until 6th grade. I was linebacker and running back until then. And if you would ask anybody back then, if I was in the NFL, they would all say linebacker. And then so I could always throw. I have a brother. My brothers are crazy athletic. Honestly, I'm the least athletic out of all my brothers. I have a brother that's like 6'5", 330, and he's the one that actually taught me how to
Wait, can he play defense?
He can. He actually played offensive line. He can. We were good on offensive side.
Yes.
Yeah. He taught me how to throw the ball up.
So, when you started playing quarterback, did you know right away, okay, that's me?
No, but it was fun. I mean, I love the ball. Now as a quarterback, I get the ball in my hand every play. Instead of running back, I got to share it with this guy. At least I get it in my hand and play now. So that was the fun part about it. But I mean, in 6th grade, we're trying to throw the ball for 4 picks in a game. I mean, this is literally the other team not supposed to be able to catch it that well, and so it wasn't obvious at first.
So there's a lot of guys who can throw the ball. A lot of guys come out of college and they can make every throw. And not all of them can play quarterback in the NFL. And it became very obvious pretty quickly what you knew about yourself, your teammates started to learn. The things that make a successful professional quarterback aren't here, they're here and here. That's what sets him apart. Where did that come from? Where did the leadership and the instinct of how to work with and get the most out of your teammates, how'd that come?
I'd say the leadership and that kind of just came from, I'd say my older brothers, of just kind of allowing me always to be around their friends, not really thinking age at any point. Took a factor in anything, that I could be their age, I could go play football with them, and I could hang with them. So playing with people my age, it was fun, it was easier, but it allowed me from playing with older guys not to worry about who's the leader or this or that, or can I say anything to that guy because he's bigger or because he's older. It was more just realizing that it took that man to make me better, and for him to get better, I have to push him. And then, so just kind of early, I'd say middle school, I kind of was a leader then. I mean, I've got best friends that would say that. We used to lead chants and stuff in middle school, like some softball team or something. But it was fun, and just kind of, as I got older, picked up on more things, and just kind of got better at it.
I'm going to ask Dak 1 or 2 other things. We'll have time for you to answer some questions. Lizzie, is Lizzie going to do this? Where's Lizzie? Lizzie here. Someone's going to come grab this other mic. And if it is Lizzie, by the way, let's see if she doesn't look like Savannah Guthrie to you. And then she didn't know who Savannah Guthrie was, and it made me cry. Yeah, that makes me cry too. That makes me cry too. So, how's your life different than it was a year ago at this time?
Completely. Not completely. Nothing's different to me in my stand-up. What I think about myself, the way that I go about my work every day, but just from the aspect of my platform's changed. A year ago, no one dare ask me to come up here and talk in front of y'all. So being able to have this great platform to share my story, to help, to inspire, that's probably the greatest thing that's happened. To be the starting quarterback of the Cowboys, head into this offseason, kind of having the team, myself, to kind of put my own touch and learn everybody, get better with receivers. So I mean, if anything, it's tons of fun. It's better, it's not as much stress as last year, just hoping to get drafted to this point. It's just exciting to have this platform.
Were you disappointed to go late in the 4th round?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I think highly of myself, and I always have in the beginning of football. So I mean, to sit there and to wait 2 days or 3 days and wait for 134 picks, it puts a chip on your shoulder. It's hard for me to say that there's 134 people that are better than me in one class, and it's hard for me to say that there's 7 quarterbacks that are better than me. So to sit there and wait just showed me I just got to go out there and prove myself each and every day. And still nothing's changed from now. I go out there and I try to prove myself in every drill, every practice, and let them know that I was a 4th round and 35th pick.
And you're still trying to prove yourself?
Yeah, I think that's something I'll carry throughout my whole career. You look at a guy like Tom Brady, went 6th round. That every morning he wakes up and he grabs a football, he thinks about going 6th round, and you see what it's done for him. So it's definitely just a motivation factor.
So you had a pretty good year. You'd admit that, wouldn't you? Yeah. And the team had a pretty good year. Yeah. So are you now at the point where you could go into Coach Garrett's office and say, let's make sure, while you're drafting all that defense, don't forget to get me a this and a that, and give him a little advice on the draft?
No, I'm not there yet. A couple more years and I might have that confidence.
Okay. Have you met all your new teammates? teammates yet?
Yeah, all the rookies. I think they got it last Thursday. They went through rookie mini camp this past weekend. We just actually had a throwing session and everything with them yesterday. So getting to know all of them. Man.
Okay, now the Switzer kid, I don't know how many of you know Ryan Switzer, 4th round pick. 4th round turns out to be pretty good sometimes. I'm not sure that he doesn't physically look up to Cole Beasley. I'm not sure he's as big as Cole. Have you got room for 2 Smurfs?
Yeah, I got room for those guys. I mean, those are quarterback-friendly guys who are, I mean, they just find a way just to get open. Actually, I mean, he's about the same size as Beasley. He might be a little bit more muscled up, but I don't know if he's going to be as quick and as have the little special stuff that Beasley has, but we'll wait and see, and he'll learn from Beasley. But those are definitely friendly guys to me that just find a way to get open, and once you get into them, just watch them run.
Okay, hold up your hand if you got a question for Dak. I'll find you and make you yell. Nobody in here's got a question. How about that? There's a man right back there. Here's Lizzie. Doesn't she look like Savannah Guthrie? Come on. Yes, those of you who know who Savannah Guthrie is. Thank you, Lizzie. Yes. Okay. While we're getting to you. Okay. At this stage of my life, I think it's fair to say I am never going to have a tattoo. Why? Did you look at me like, why? Yeah. Here's where it came from. Here's where it came from. You have a couple.
Yeah.
1 or 2 of them are really significant and important in your life.
Right.
But this Switzer guy's got one on the inside of his lower lip. Now, come on. Have you ever been tempted to do that?
No, not at all. They hurt enough on my back and body.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so during one of the games, the television camera caught you. You were on the bench, drinking a cup of water. You finished the cup and you tossed it toward the trash can and missed. But then you immediately got up and picked up the cup and put it in the trash can. So what were you thinking? What was going on?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking, how did I miss that shot? Just get up and pick it up and throw it away. As my mom and I just kind of learned throughout my life, and that was an amazing night for me. Just I had a great game. My game was definitely overshadowed by that video. And it was kind of just mind-blowing, the simple fact of why isn't that the expected? Why isn't that the norm for someone to pick up their trash? So it was definitely mine.
Who else?
There's one over here.
There's one over there. Okay, good.
I believe it was you that was volunteered.
We got time, Lizzie. Work your way over there. We'll do this. Charles.
All right, Charles. You're on the spot.
There's no mic? Okay, stand up and yell. Oh, Charles? Oh, my gosh. Sorry, Dak.
I didn't have a question, but I wouldn't say no to Charles for anything. And he stuck the microphone in my hand.
Yeah.
I do have a question, though. You're in a big, small town. I mean, Dallas is a pretty small town when it comes down to people rubbing elbows. And you have 2 of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of football right in your backyard. I wonder if you share experiences or pick their brains or get to interact with them at all.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I look forward to definitely doing it a lot more. Starting with Roger, I mean, I know the great impact he's had on this city, and obviously a great success. I just spoke with him, I want to say last Friday or Thursday or something like that at Emmett Smith's for charity gala. And then Troy, I talked to him a bunch throughout the season. Shared text messages. Obviously, he covers a lot of our games, so we talk in our production meetings, and we get to talk again on the field before games. And it's not always about the football, but those are 2 guys that that I've learned so much from, not only on the field but off the field. We're going to do a lot more.
See how easy that rolled off his tongue? Yeah, I was hanging out with Emmett at his gala and was talking to Roger. It's kind of accurate.
Hey, Dak. Last year, right before the playoffs and right before the holidays, you made a Finish the Fight video with the Dallas Cowboys PR team. It was very inspirational, very moving when you spoke about your mother, your family, and your Cowboys family. Do you plan on doing any more things like that this year, by the end of this year?
As in videos?
Like your Finish the Fight video.
Well, that was something kind of the Cowboys did. They kind of reached out to a bunch of different players who had stories. So I can't take credit for that. But the reason I give a quick synopsis of why that story fit me so well is finish, fight, and faith are the three things that I live my life by. Me and my brothers do as well. I just started the foundation, Finish, Fight, Faith Foundation, and it goes into when my mom passed away at the funeral. As I said, my two older brothers, the preacher gave the memorial service or whatever, and he said, fight was for my older brother. He's always fought for whatever he's wanted. He's fought for his family. He's backed us all up, and whatever he wants, he's going to fight for it. My middle brother was finished. He was there when mom passed, so he was there when she finished. She wanted him to finish school. He had like a semester left to finish in college, and I was faith. I was just always believing in myself, believing in other people, believing that I can inspire and change other people. And so the reason that video fit so well was kind of to have the faith to finish the fight, and it just worked out. It worked out great. So as I'm starting my foundation, there will be things that come up that I'll do within the next year and more years to come.
We look forward to hearing more about the foundation too. Thank you very much. One more from the audience, and then I've got one more.
Yeah, we have Ford back here.
Okay, good. Wait, what jersey are you wearing, Ford?
I'm wearing Witten.
You're wearing Witten? Witten's good.
Can't go wrong with this.
What was your favorite play this season?
Oh, I love that question.
Well, since you're wearing the Witten jersey, this is honestly my favorite play of the year. Jason Witten's a guy that I admire so much. He's just a guy, just a man, a teammate that just makes you better, just being in the room with him. And obviously he's had so much success and broken all these records. I mean, he's playing Hall of Famer right now. I mean, he's easily walking first ballot Hall of Famer. And so going into the season, I hadn't thrown him a touchdown. I threw him one in the Bears game. I swore it was a touchdown. They reviewed it, called it away. So we're late in the season. I guess what game 6 or 7 against the Eagles Sunday night. And he hadn't called a touchdown. I'm like, man, by now, if Tony or another quarterback's in, Jason would probably have 10 touchdowns in game 6. Like, how about not throwing him a touchdown? Then the Eagles game, we're down to make the comeback, to bring it in overtime. It's the same game that Jason broke the record for the most consecutive starts for a Dallas Cowboy. And then in the overtime, I rolled out, reverse field, and there he was, wide open for him to catch the game winner and win the game. That was my favorite play of the season.
And that leads me to one other question before the last one I asked. Thank you for it. You told the story publicly. A bunch of these folks may not have heard it, about the lesson Jason Witten taught you in your, was it the first rookie camp? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know you know.
Yeah, I want to say the first OTA or maybe the first throw in there, whatever.
Now remember, at this point, he's competing with Jamel Showers to be the third quarterback.
At this point, I'm getting 3 reps a day at just trying to make those 3 reps count. If I throw an incompletion, I'm like, that was a terrible day. I went 2 for 3 or whatever it may be. So we're doing pat and go, which is just easy. Throw the ball down the field, the warm-ups that y'all see before the games. And I throw the ball to Witten. And I mean, the ball was probably, if Witten goes like this, fully extends, he catches it. And the ball is traveling, and he's just running, and he does just like this, and lets the ball fall right